welcome to another video on my channel. This is your girl Abby. Thank you guys for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed as yet, do what I'm gonna tell you. Hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get my channel to 1,000 subscribers, so do me a big no.
Friend, tell your mother, tell your granny, tell your sister, your side chick, your main man, your side man. Tell all of them first. Come over here and subscribe.
So I just want to tell you guys that, during this COVID time, I hope you guys are staying safe. Please, my beg, gonna stay safe. We don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's from, but just keep safe, okay? All right, so title suggests it's really a story time. And it's very... Oh, my name is Abby. Well, Abigail. Most persons call me Abby, and I live in Japan. How exciting, right? Anywho, so I decided in 2018 that
not never really one for me. Yeah, personally, on a personal level, nothing. I must say nothing. I mean, nothing ever one for me.
Nothing. It look like things are going nice ear, nice girls face, stumpy, so, but nothing ever one for me. Nothing. That's why I'm always say, don't judge a book by its cover. Things look good on the outside, but trust me, nothing ever one for good girl. Anywho, I decided in 2018 enough was enough. I must say, boy, a friend told me, I must say, alright then, cool, I'm gonna jump on it. Excited and thing, and you don't know, I'm a risk taker. I think as I grow, I realize that, I just do things and then after I'm thinking about it after. Yeah, that's just me, I think. So my friend told me, and I said, alright then, cool, we can do this, I'm gonna do it, and finally decide to say, yeah, eat this. Me I do. Look here, I don't know nothing about Japan. The only thing I know about Jamaica and the United States of America. I don't know nothing else. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it. I want to try better myself. Nothing really go on so for me, and me have to do what is good for me. You get what I mean? Alright, so boom bang now. Check up myself, I'm prepare. For those who knew me, I had a cake sale. Thank you guys so much who supported. I know that didn't really go on for me, nobody hesitant, but that was a buzz. I had a cake sale to help with the funds and the whole process. I will do a video in due time about the whole process and a little bit more in detail, because a lot of persons have been asking me, and I've been a little bit hesitant for a couple of reasons. That trump some money. Boom bam. I left everything in Jamaica. Everything. The only thing I had was me, my body, what you're seeing here. I must say, alright, when I was doing it as well, I didn't tell my mother unless get through. So you see, now, Miss and girl, I'm just doing me after do, and I'm gonna ask question, I'm just doing me after do, and I eat that. I'm on the plane now and I'm leaving. I was so excited. For what? I don't know. I don't know where I go. I don't know where I do. Anywho, I arrived in Japan. I don't remember when, but I arrived in Japan with my 3 suitcases, my personal luggage, and I think I had something else. And I'm like, okay, you're a G, you can do this. Yeah, girl, they're far. This is a beautiful, it's a good things this year. I feel good, and I feel like a celebrity in the streets. Nice, crumb girl. In Japan, how much people don't eat. Hello, how much people never travel yet? Are you the Japan girl? Some things just a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I feel, yeah, I am the shit. Anyway, so I needed to check into a hotel. So a few of my friends that were here already, I'm gonna say, yo, I'm just ask them what for do or whatever. So I'm gonna find my way around. I'm still at the airport. So let's say I landed like about 2 p.m. right? So first of all, this is where things got shitty. My suitcases were heavy. One, because remember, I'm moving from one country to another country by myself. No friend, nobody. By myself, just me alone. First of all, my suitcase did heavy. Whenever I have nobody for pick me up, whenever I have no helper, whenever I have no man, whenever I know nobody. Remember, the key to this is that I knew nothing. Cool? So me come now and me feel like, say, oh, Japan, they must know some English. Yeah, I know them have them Japanese. They must know some level of English. Look here. I must see certain things and don't trouble it. Yeah? Anywho, I wasn't getting through to my friend as quickly, and so I walked around the airport to find an information desk. Remember, I'm not knowing me at the look here. So it's a case of going into the unknown. That's what that was what it really is. So I found an information desk, and I'm proud of myself because I'm a Jamaican. I'm very far. Yeah, I'm feel like I do something for my country. I feel that I feel, and I mean I did find out, but you know what? Oh, we Jamaicans kakati and go on. Anyway, I went to the information desk and I said to the lady, "Hi," and she's like, "Hello." I'm feel good. I say, "Yeah, girl, know English, man, no problem." I'm gonna get you to my friend because at that time I didn't have a phone set up. I had to be connecting to Wi-Fi, and it never worked by my phone for some reason. Like it in and out and in and out. Anyways, so I phoned her and she said hello, and then she said, "How may I help you?" I'm gonna say, "Yeah, girl, I feel confident. So I'm gonna find somebody who can speak English." So I pulled up the address that I needed to go. And she took out a map in Japanese to give to me to find this place. So the English stopped at "How may I help you?" And then I'm like, what are they? So she's like, okay. And then she started by the English, and then she said, okay, go here. And then she circled some things on the map and she gave me a map. I must say, all right. So I smiled and I was being polite. And I said, oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And in my mind, I'm like, what? I just need you to tell me what to do. So, my head never did so tough. But it did rough. So, when I reach a certain point and I realize that on the map, I'm not where she's sending me, I started to text my friend and I'm like, yo, you know, we Jamaicans, we start getting that now. Because, you know, we learn, we just want to go where I go and just build. I'm texting my friend, I say, yo, yeah, text and I respond. Like, I mean, if I was checking out hotel, I'm tired. Because it's a 14-hour flight, you know what I mean? Straight, it's, you know, it's so long. So, them send me a screenshot or something and then me start get tight to come here and say, I asked for send me direction there to my screenshot. Sir, hello? How can I help this? Anyway, I'm going to screenshot it the same way and see if you can help me. Anyway, basically my last. So this is like about 2 hours after. So let's say it's 4 o'clock. I'm still not reach at that. I'm still not reach at the hotel. So I just sat down on my bags and I started to cry. Like I literally started to bawl. I'm still in the airport. And I started to bawl and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm gonna become a yard. Jesus Christ, nobody. What? And I just started in my mind. And I'm like, you see? people don't understand the struggles, you know, people don't understand it. I'm sad to say.
I'm starting to think most of them like I say, well, my money can go back home, my flight, my ticket can go back home. Then go back home, I'm gonna leave. When could I live with such and such person till a certain time? But I'm gonna get work, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm saying no, I said no good girl.
He's a liar. You're a liar, and the strength we have in our don't give up. Things come, I would just deal with it. I will get up off of the 2 suitcases. I'm gonna look back on the map. And I tried to connect my phone to the internet because at this point, while I was doing my research and preparation to come to Japan, I knew that Google Maps would be my best friend. Unlike Jamaica, who know this app and about to go somewhere, we don't really use Google Maps really in Jamaica. I believe we don't really. Most time we just ask somebody, yo, oh far there, around the corner. But I know still going somewhere else. And so like 13 minutes long, I'm just a panda and I wonder like, oh, what am I really do? Anyway, I found another information desk and I asked. They gave me another map. No, at this point now, I get tight. Because I say, when I give me map for, I'm not supposed to can tell me, say, listen, go out there to take that bus there, and then you do that, or you take that train there, or something. Because I know a girl that have the money, but she take the dear nothing, dear whatever, them logs or something, they know I have to rough it out. So, even some instruction to take some bus. No. When me check the bus price, it was about 30-something thousand Jamaican or 20-something thousand. I mean, I remember one of them there figured I was like me. I'm just saying, no, girl, remember I never grow so. Remember that dog grow so. I don't know if 30,000 come. No, pay that for her. For the street somewhere. My friend tell me that the screenshot some can take one train and the train like $200. Like 200 Jamaican dollars. Me must have spent 30,000 on bus. No, we're not doing it. So I anchor with a suitcase thing. It's about 5 o'clock now. Anyway, I reached somewhere and I think there were trains there. I'm gonna tell you some fed up because the people that not speak no English and then if you get with it. You know what I mean? Get with it. I get upset. And at this point I'm so tired, I'm so hungry. I just wanna relax. You understand? Come have bag and pan. Come have a phone when I connect to the internet. It only I do it occasionally. So I had to be when I'm in Google Maps. I just forgot about their maps that they gave me on a piece of paper and I started to wherever the Wi-Fi is. I had to stand there and screenshot wherever I'm going and then try to figure my way out because at this point they not really help me and me not really help myself because me fed up. God know me fed up. So I'm gonna go up on the train and I don't know, I was just there and I started to cry and then someone came to me and said, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just having a moment of what am I doing? So anyway, the train stopped. I like it, my ear says something about this is the last stop on the train. So it will be the last stop, I'm not see my stop yet. So I asked the train, I call him train man, I don't know them. Train. Around 7, I decided I'm coming off because I got confused. It's like, because I'm not used to the Google Maps, it's like I couldn't read it, I couldn't decipher. I never know what for them, I'm clueless, I'm fed up, I'm tired, I drag my suitcase. I was so just out of it. I started to figure things out a little bit quicker, although this was at 7, I'm land from 2. And I heard the train said something and the stop sounded familiar when I looked on my phone. So I'm saying, alright then Abby, I eat this and whatever. I had the way I was struggling, someone had to get up out of them seats to help me with my suitcase them off the train because there's a little space between the train and where you stand. So if it hook and the train locked, it will open and Japan train them not really too business if you're itching. If you itch and you're stuck, you get clam and you do it all over again if you don't reach inside. So I decided that I'm coming off. Now in these train stations, they have specific exits that you have to go that would put you closer to your destination or further away. This is after I learned the system now, you know. But we're not talking about that. I couldn't find the elevator. I'm not talking about it one ball. I could not find the elevator because my eyes are getting watery. I'm not sure why. I could not find the elevator and I had to take the stairs. I'm not saying the elevator wasn't there. You know, don't get me wrong, but at the moment I'm new. That's what you need to remember. I don't know anything. Nobody really speaks English, little to no English. And me not speak Japanese. So konnichiwa ain't answering or asking any questions. That helped me. Get what I mean? So I had to take the stairs to go to the platform or to the street view. And those stairs, I'm not exaggerating, it's about 50 or 60, between 50 or 80 steps, because I think it was a major train station too, and I could not find the elevator. Of course, elevator a bit of a bigger help because I just fling the back them in there and I just go up at the top and just draw them out, right? So I had to pull, I don't know, I'm always slouching. I had to pull myself. I had to put in that energy in myself from somebody that landed from 2. It's about 8 o'clock now. And I had to pull those 3 suitcases up those stairs. So I had to pull all those things up, and that took me about 20 minutes to do. It's about 8 o'clock now. So when I reached at the top, I was tired. It's about 8 o'clock now. So when I reached at the top, I was tired. And I stood and I looked around. It's so beautiful, it's so clean, it's so pretty. It's like a breath of fresh air. And I'm like, oh my God. At this point, I'm like, yo, girl, in Japan, you know? What? So I caught myself and I was in a little vibe. But then when I look around, I'm saying, cool. What the hotel there? I still reach hotel about 8:30 now. So I got some internet. I'm gonna get excited, you know. Look here. I'm gonna follow the Google Maps and I'm walking down. So at this point, I was walking in the right direction. Anyway, I remember seeing 2 Japanese girls, and I'm like, excuse me, come here talk English, cause we don't need to get with it, right? We don't need to forget with it, or is it that I need to get with it? You see? You know what I mean? But me, I said, believe say, I then need to get with it, I then need to learn English, cause as far as me concerned, English at top of the top, creme de la creme. So they, excuse me, do you know where is this place? I like me, I talked about them the pan. And not me eat. So when me I talk to you about something serious, I have skin off your teeth. Feel like one thump in your face. When I talk about something serious, don't laugh. Cause I'm not laughing with you. And I'm saying, no, it's okay, thank you. I'm just walk away with my suitcase then. At this point, I'm fed up. So what I did, about 9 o'clock now, 9 p.m. when they left or walked away, you know, they were looking at me because I think they understood that I'm lost. I don't know where I go. And I'm just over this. What I did, because I don't know anyone, I dropped my suitcases again. And every time I remember this, I'm not gonna ball now. I'm not gonna make you see me a ball, but my eye never get watery. I dropped my suitcases, everything, and I just sat on them, them up, and I took a rest on the street side. Because at this point, I didn't know what to do. Like, I have no communication to communicate with anybody, no phone. Everyone that I come in contact with, they don't speak English. And me, myself, I don't speak Japanese, so I can't communicate with you. And I just laid there and I looked in the sky and I started to cry again. I cried so many times. And then I started to talk to God and I'm like, you know, I said some really nasty things. Trust me, I will not repeat them because I prayed for that, prayed and asked God for forgiveness. But I said some nasty things, you know. And while I was saying the nasty things, I cried more and I could feel rage inside me, you know. And I cry when, you know, I know there's the strength in me and I can't do anything or I can't see a way. That's me when we're ready. And I said, as I said some nasty things to God, and I said some dirty something about him, you know. I said, look here, I'm a class him, I'm a class myself. Look here, my uncle, look here, I said some things. You understand? And then I caught myself. I was there for about 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And I caught myself and I'm like, you know what? You're already here. And you made a decision to come here. Nobody forced you. Nobody took my hand and said, I have to do this. You understand? You're already here. And whatever you're here to do, you're going to do it. And this is something for you to learn. That when there's no one around, you will have to figure things out by yourself. But at this point, I was like, figure things out by myself. Then if God did up this stuff, why me even figure out it? Him can't just send somebody. And these were the conversations I'm having with myself. Me that move strong with myself. I'ma get up, I'ma look at my phone for see even if little Wi-Fi reach chippy, I could have like send one text to somebody for say, you know what, I arrived safe, because no one knew I arrived. No one knew anything. I took up myself and I said, you know what, I'm walking. So I walked and I walked and I dragged the bag and I dragged my, at this point my feet were giving way. I could not manage. And I felt really disappointed. And I got up with strength, but while I'm walking, I'm crying. I almost like me a ball, you know. Me a ball and my tears are running down my face. You understand? And I was walking and I'm like, there's no way there's a freaking hotel around here. There's no way. So I don't know why you sent me in this direction. And I saw me I behave. And I walked. It just looked like a highway. And things look a little bit different in Jamaica versus here. So I'm accustomed to what me used to and that me I look for. And this summer go wrong in terms of hotel location where you can see a big sign and stuff like that. I know summer love. So I walked and I saw two people coming. Because I was saying to God, God, just send somebody. So send somebody who speak English, who can assist me. Because right now I'm fed up. It's around 10:30 p.m. I'm still not find where me I go. I still not find where me I go. And I saw two persons coming and I'm like, you know, this is the last straw, because if this is not it, I am sleeping right here. And I just made up my mind that I will sleep right here. I don't really care, because what am I do? I saw the two persons and said, excuse me, do you speak English? Because normally when I see somebody, I said to them, do you speak English or whatever? Not even or, but me I talk about at that time. And the man said, yes, I speak English, and yeah. And oh my God, I just started to cry because I am like, I'm like, God, as we say, at this point to me, a class team, because me I say, you know, I have to go through all of that for still back up on somebody right here, so I never think that called for sir. So me I talk to God, like me I angle him like some dirty careless boy. So me I angle him. He didn't look Japanese. I automatically assumed that they knew English, and he said yes. And I'm like, okay, thank you very much. I started to calm down, and I'm like, girl, composure, I know your frustration, but just you need to find a place. So I said, okay, I am looking for such and such place, and I am hoping you can help me. And they're like, yeah, we can help you. You look like you've been traveling for us. And I just started to cry. And the lady was like, why are you crying? And I'm like, oh my God, you have no idea. I have been here from 2 o'clock and it's almost 11. And I can't find where I'm going. And she's like, oh my God, and whatever I'm doing. And they took my luggage from me, everything. But at this point, I wanted help. And the help come, don't it? And the man was like, so do you have a phone? I'm like, yeah, I have a phone, but I have no internet. I was explaining the whole situation and blah, blah, blah. And then he used his phone and I showed him the address. At this point, my battery that I did. And he said, oh, it's right over here. And I could not imagine. They took my bags and we had to cross the street. It was on the opposite side. And then it was like 2 minutes walk from where I was standing, 2 minutes from where I wanted to sleep, become cool, but I'm totally give up. They took my bags and they helped me to check in because again, I don't speak Japanese, but the process was a little bit easy in terms of checking in. And they took my bags to my room for me and they told me to get some rest and, you know, don't worry about it. Just a little thing that they said. At this point now, the hotel had internet, Wi-Fi access. So I accessed it and oh my God, I had so many messages. And I responded. The only thing I text to the few person was that I'm rich and I'm tired. I'm rich and I just copy and paste it and send it to 7 and that was it. And the moral of this story time is really to just say, don't give up. You know, like when I talk about it, it's like something just run through me for say, girl, the strength where you have, most persons when them at the airport, them would I give up already. Like I gave up at the airport, yeah, but I still pressed on. And it's just a simple scenario. But you have to understand that me I come from Jamaica. A far me I come from. And I stepped into the unknown knowing nothing. Right? The good thing about it is that when I was in preparation mode, I had an open mind, but you can still never be too prepared because you never know what you're going to face or what you're going to experience. So that is the end of this story time. And may I tell you, say, even when I left Japan and I came back, I smiled and I laughed. And I remember having a discussion with one of my friends and I was saying, look, oh, when me just come here, when I go on with myself and coming back, it's easy breezy. I could do it all over again with no problem. So that's the end of my story time. It's kind of like a motivation, you know, like just press on, you know, don't give up. A lot of things for me personally, I know a lot of things are easier said than done. But and a lot of the things we can't speak to because we're not in the situation. It's not until we're in the situation then we know how to react. You know what I mean? But through it all, help came. It did come on time. I still didn't give up. I still have to struggle through it, but I still arrived at my destination. And I'm still here in Japan. And I left and returned and did the same process over, and it was so much easier. You know, I understood more and I learned from it, and I can tell people, inform people more as to how to do it and stuff like that. So that's the end of my story time. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm not sure if I'll do a part 2, but I'm pretty sure I'll have so many more story time videos coming up. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share with your friends and stay safe. See you. Toodles.